Ernest Borgnine, born Hermes Ephraim Borgnino on January 24, 1917, in Hamden, Connecticut, emerged from modest beginnings that quietly shaped the man he would become. The son of Italian immigrants Anna and Camillo Borgnino, he grew up in a household that valued discipline, honesty, and perseverance over comfort or privilege. His parents' separation during his childhood led him to spend several formative years in Italy, an experience that broadened his worldview while reinforcing the importance of family roots and cultural identity. When he eventually returned to the United States, Borgnine carried with him a deep sense of humility and gratitude that never left him. These early years, marked by simplicity and resilience rather than ambition or fame, instilled in him a grounded outlook that later set him apart in Hollywood, where ego often overshadowed character. From the very beginning, Borgnine's life was shaped less by glamour and more by quiet determination. Service before stardom, a life shaped by the Navy. Long before the spotlight found him, Ernest Borgnine committed himself to service, enlisting in the United States Navy in 1935. He served for nearly a decade, including active duty throughout World War II, eventually rising to the rank of gunner's mate first class. The Navy became a defining chapter of his life, instilling discipline, accountability, and respect for teamwork, qualities that later informed his performances on screen. Borgnine often credited his military service with teaching him how to endure hardship without complaint, and how to respect authority while remaining fiercely independent. Even after achieving fame, he proudly identified as a sailor first and an actor second, frequently appearing in public wearing his Navy cap. The camaraderie, structure, and sense of purpose he found in the military stayed with him for life, shaping not only the roles he played, but also the way he carried himself as a man. A bold leap into acting after the war. Following the war, Borgnine faced an uncertain future, standing at a crossroads familiar to many veterans returning to civilian life. With no acting background and no industry connections, he made a bold decision to pursue performance, enrolling at the Randall School of Dramatic Art in Hartford, Connecticut. It was an unlikely path for a former sailor with a rugged appearance and booming voice, yet Borgnine approached acting with the same discipline he had learned in the Navy. He began performing in local theater productions, slowly honing his craft and learning how to channel real human emotion into believable characters. His transition to film came in the early 1950s, when his raw intensity caught the attention of casting directors. Unlike many actors chasing fame, Borgnine treated acting as a craft to be earned, not a shortcut to admiration, and that mindset laid the foundation for his enduring career, breaking through with grit and authenticity. Borgnine's breakthrough arrived in 1953 with From Here to Eternity, where he delivered a chilling performance as the brutal Sergeant Fatso Judson. The role showcased his ability to embody authority and menace without exaggeration, earning critical praise and establishing him as a powerful screen presence. Yet it was his performance in Marty, 1955, that revealed his true depth. Playing a shy, lonely Bronx butcher longing for connection, Borgnine stripped away toughness to expose vulnerability and tenderness. The role resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike, earning him the Academy Award for Best Actor. Marty also won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, a rare honor that solidified Borgnine's reputation as an actor capable of portraying ordinary people with extraordinary honesty. In a Hollywood landscape obsessed with glamour, Borgnine proved that sincerity could be just as compelling, a career defined by range and relentless work. Over the following decades, Ernest Borgnine built one of the most prolific careers in entertainment history, appearing in more than 200 film and television projects. From war epics like The Dirty Dozen to gritty westerns such as The Wild Bunch, and thrillers including The Poseidon Adventure and Escape from New York, he brought credibility and heart to every role. His distinctive gap-toothed grin, commanding voice, and unmistakable presence made him instantly recognizable. Yet he never relied on repetition or complacency. Borgnine treated even small roles with respect, believing that no character was insignificant. His dedication to craft over status earned him admiration from directors and audiences alike. Whether portraying heroes, villains, or everyday men, he infused his performances with lived-in realism, reinforcing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most dependable and authentic character actors. Television success and generational appeal. Borgnine's appeal extended beyond film into television, where he reached an even broader audience. In the 1960s, he starred in McHale's Navy as Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale, a role that showcased his impeccable comedic timing and warmth. The series allowed viewers to see a lighter, more playful side of him, further expanding his popularity. Decades later, he surprised audiences once again by voicing Mermaid Man on SpongeBob SquarePants, endearing himself to an entirely new generation. Few actors managed to remain relevant across so many eras, yet Borgnine accomplished this by staying curious, adaptable, and enthusiastic about his work. Rather than resisting change, he embraced it, proving that longevity in entertainment comes not from chasing trends, but from remaining open to new forms of storytelling and connection. Love, marriage, and personal growth. Ernest Borgnine's personal life was as eventful as his career, marked by 5 marriages that reflected different stages of his emotional journey. His first marriage to Rhoda Kemmons, whom he met during his Navy service, produced a daughter, Nancy, and lasted nearly a decade. Subsequent marriages to actress Katie Girardo and Broadway legend Ethel Merman were passionate but short-lived, shaped by clashing personalities and demanding careers. His fourth marriage to Donna Rancourt brought a period of relative stability and 3 more children, though it ultimately ended under the pressures of fame and personal differences. It was his 5th marriage to Tova Trace Nice, a successful businesswoman, that finally provided lasting companionship. Together for nearly 40 years, their partnership reflected maturity, balance, and mutual respect, offering Borgnine the peace that had long eluded him. Discipline, habits, and late-life resilience. Borgnine was never shy about acknowledging his flaws, including years of heavy smoking that mirrored the culture of his era. In 1962, he made the difficult decision to quit for health reasons, a choice that likely contributed to his remarkable longevity. This decision reflected his willingness to change and take responsibility for his well-being, even after decades of ingrained habits. He remained physically and mentally active well into his 90s, continuing to act, attend events, and engage with fans. His resilience was not rooted in denial of aging, but in acceptance and adaptation. Borgnine's later years illustrated the power of discipline, applied not only to work, but to personal health, reinforcing the idea that growth does not end with success, and that self-improvement remains possible at any stage of life. A professional rift with Tony Curtis. Among Borgnine's many professional relationships, one rivalry stood out for its persistence: his long-standing tension with fellow actor Tony Curtis. The divide was less personal animosity than a clash of philosophies. Borgnine, shaped by military discipline and grounded realism, valued humility and craftsmanship above image. Curtis, emblematic of Hollywood's matinee idol culture, represented a flashier, more self-promotional style of stardom. Their conflict reportedly intensified during the filming of The Vikings in 1958, where creative differences and contrasting work habits led to friction. Borgnine, known for professionalism and punctuality, reportedly grew frustrated with what he perceived as vanity and ego. While Curtis rarely addressed the tension publicly, Borgnine occasionally hinted at his displeasure in interviews. The feud endured because it symbolized deeper disagreements about authenticity, discipline, and what it truly meant to be an actor. Final years, passing, and an enduring legacy. Ernest Borgnine passed away on July 8, 2012, at the age of 95, due to renal failure, marking the end of a life defined by service, integrity, and extraordinary longevity. In his final years, he remained engaged with fans and continued making public appearances, embodying the same enthusiasm that fueled his early career. He was honored with a military funeral, reflecting both his decorated Navy service and his contributions to American culture. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment world, celebrating not just his iconic roles but his kindness, humility, and unwavering work ethic. Borgnine's legacy endures as a reminder that greatness is not measured solely by fame or awards, but by consistency, character, and respect for the craft. In an industry built on illusion, Ernest Borgnine stood out by remaining unmistakably real.